No, I think the sense that I'm gleaning is that you just straight up hate this.
100%.
And this is something that I showed as well.
I'm sorry. I love Dan Batard. Love Stu Gatz. Love the show. Love the podcast. This specific thing, it's so far away from me.
Let's get into that. Let's get into that. Why do you hate this?
For quite a few reasons. The first one being this. It made me uncomfortable.
Okay.
Several times because it felt like it kind of a little bit took itself too seriously.
But if my team's not there, why even go? With no one to cheer on, I don't get the show. Oh, tell me, you got the reasons. You got the reasons.
I wish that they hadn't produced it as much, and I wish there were more punchlines. It was difficult for me because I was trying to figure out the entire time, are they being serious? Because every time that I was like, no, they can't be. I would listen a little further and I'd be like, I think they're being serious about this. Because they would auto-tune people's voices to make them
because nobody can sing. So what they're doing is that they're using the members and the producers and everybody from the podcast, from the show.
Right.
None of them are professional singers.
Yeah, not at all. But I think that's when I think you either get professional singers, or if you want to have the people, don't auto-tune them. Make it bad. Lean into it.
So you thought it was overproduced.
I thought it was well overproduced. This is the thing. I thought it didn't know what production was supposed to be. If it was supposed to be serious, it was drastically underproduced. If it was supposed to be funny, it was drastically overproduced. And that back and forth made me kind of cringe sometimes, because I'd be like, "Oh, this is funny," and then it would feel like it was trying too hard, and I was like, no. And it just didn't feel like the show. It didn't feel like their show.
Okay, wow. You are climbing up the uninteresting ladder.
Does that make any sense? Or what I remember of the show?
In some capacity. Sure. It feels like maybe an extension of it, but I see what you're saying.
Right.
I do think it's very interesting because I felt that the overproduction, it's definitely overproduced, right?
But you thought that was the funny part?
I thought that was funny.
Sure.
Because at least for me, my expectations were at the ground. Right. Because in my mind, I'm like, there's no way this can be good.
Sure.
So I actually thought the overproduction was to the benefit of the quality.
I think this is another huge important part of it. As a listener.
Yeah.
Were you able to make out who was singing when?
Here and there, for the most part.
Right.
Yes, and
I think that changes a lot.
Okay.
That your experience, your understanding of the characters of the show, you could track them. So whenever they start singing and
it's this guy.
It breaks your expectations or something, because it's not necessarily that you thought that it was going to be bad because the show is bad or whatever. It's because you were like, none of these people are singers and there's no way that they can pull it off.
Yeah.
And so whenever you're like, oh, okay, well, they got this person to sing, but there's no way that Stu's gonna sound good.
Exactly.
And then
he has a whole song for himself that it's like a ballad.
And I see why that's funny. It was so in between for me that I was like, what?